Linet, aquí estamos por fin. Muchos años, sonrisas, lágrimas, historias, cual buenas o malas, nos han traído a este momento. Sobre todo que hemos tenido juntos lo que has hecho tú por mí, y el hombre que me has hecho ha sido la mejor cosa de toda mi vida. Tú verdaderamente me has enseñado lo que es el amor, pero más que besos, los detalles, los cariños, el tiempo, la atención, es el amor que nunca aprecié hasta que te encontré. Hemos pasado muchas cosas juntos, viajes, comidas, amistades, y México fue el momento cuando me enamoré. Qué curioso que estamos casándonos en México, ¿verdad? Un lugar especial para nosotros, no por solo ser lugar significativo, pero por todos los detalles que aprecio hoy son porque los que me has enseñado tú. Y aquí te daré los detalles míos de amor y mis promesas. Te prometo siempre mostrarte detalles grandes y pequeños. Te prometo siempre escuchar y apreciar y hacerte sentir valorada. Te prometo estar a tu lado en las buenas, las malas, altas y bajas y cualquier entremedio. Te pido que nunca cambies quién eres, la heroína de mi vida, mi inspiración. Ya casi acabo. Te prometo que voy a quererte más que se puede querer a una persona, tal vez no tanto como a Pluto, pero espero lo mismo de ti. Aquí estamos con todas nuestras queridas y queridos para que sean testigos al amor y la promesa que te hago hoy. Mi amor, mi tesoro, mi esposa. Por fin puedo decir las palabras que tengo esperando decir por años. ¡Mi esposa, cabrones!
¿Te toca a mí? Wow, yo espero por sobrepasar ese speech. ¿Quién diría que una oportunidad de irme sola a un lugar desconocido iba a cambiar tanto mi vida? Hoy más que nunca me comprometo a ser tu pareja, tu pana y el picheo para el problema cuando las cosas se pongan difíciles. Cuando las cosas seguirán siendo tal vez normales o tal vez un poco divertidas. Seguirá siendo ese monetazo que nuestras vidas siempre han necesitado. Te prometo siempre que seré quien me conociste, pero sobre todo muchas cosas que respetarnos como personas. Adiós, me perdí. Aparte de recoger un largo camino, quisiera comenzar por decir gracias. Gracias por estar, gracias por ser, gracias por decidir continuar nuestra aventura llamada vida, acompañada de muchas de nuestras amistades, de nuestra familia y algunas veces solo. Gracias por respetar quién yo soy y no forzarme a cambiar quién yo soy de mi persona. Prometo ser tu fan número 1, tu compañera de películas de Star Wars, aunque me quede dormida. Y aunque no siempre recuerdo dónde dejo las cosas, nunca olvidaré cuánto te amo. Y para cerrar, quiero que recuerdes un pedazo de uno de mis poemas favoritos de Julia de Burgos. Que en uno y el otro encuentre su voz propia que entrelacen sus sueños en el viento y que se ciñen las estrellas de los ojos que ven, para unidos siempre sigan su destello.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Andrew, and I've been given the honor of sharing a few words here at Lynette and Armando's stunning wedding. I've known Armando since we were kids, and I have the unique insight that I'm sure everyone that has met him as an adult wants to know. How did Armando get to be so Armando? So I'm gonna do my best to paint the very detailed picture for you all. So if you look at Armando right now, as he sits here, shrink him 2 feet shorter. That is Armando. There has been no change. He is the same teasing, loud, most outrageous, comment-making person since we were kids. Teasing, roasting, friendly insults are his love language. So, consider yourself lucky if you have ever received any of those. It does mean he truly cares about you. I promise. I promise. Armando is consistent. We all know what we are going to get when Armando drops by for a party. But I can tell you with all the sincerity in the world, what hasn't changed is Armando is also an extremely reliable friend. Even though our lives were led in different directions after high school, as will happen, and it becomes harder and harder to keep in contact, through all that, he's always been my friend that will touch base out of the blue just to see if things are okay. If anything serious has happened in our lives, he's the first to reach out to make sure my wife and I are okay. And if there's anything he can do to help, he's there for us. And I truly believe that. Perhaps some of the friends that he's made as an adult can attest to that as well. And I can confirm, Armando has always been Armando. God bless his parents for raising him to have that trait. It is something that I will try to instill in my own daughter as she grows up, which is to be there for friends when it counts. With the emotional stuff out of the way, let me share my favorite memory with Armando. So myself, Armando, and our longtime childhood friend Alex decided we would take our maiden voyage to Las Vegas, as we all were recently 21 years old. We made it a road trip, and in typical Vegas fashion, the first night we might have went a little too far. Armando went missing. Myself and Alex went looking for him everywhere, and the main issue was we were pretty far from our hotel, and so we weren't sure if he would or could make it all the way back to our hotel. We were curious if he passed out somewhere. Did he find, is the love of his life? Where is this? Where is he? So after hours of looking, we finally decided we would go back to our hotel room in the off chance that he somehow stumbled back. And sure enough, there he was. And apparently he had found the love of his life for that night. We walk in, Armando is asleep, sitting in a chair, straight upright. I don't know how he did that. His head's straight upright. In his boxers, no other clothes. He did have his boxers on though, thank goodness. And in his lap might have been the largest box of Krispy Kreme donuts that I think I have ever seen. So I think that might have been his night. He became a foodie. We realized that when Armando gets drunk, that there's no other impulse in him other than finding some good food. Armando, thank you for the memories. Thank you for the future memories. Thank you for being the glue to our childhood friend group to make sure we are all connected where we came from. Lynette, we haven't had the opportunity to get to know each other a ton, but I can see you're a strong, confident woman that will not only take his BS, but also dish it back. Thus, thank you for bringing balance to the force. Let's raise a glass to Armando and Lynette. May your lives together be filled with love, family, and friends. Cheers. Salud.
Hello everyone, my name is Lawrence Hill. I've had the pleasure of knowing Armando since 2005. Right out of high school, went to Stanford. I was a basketball player, and at Stanford, unlike other schools, you don't choose who your roommates are. So I had no roommates. I was by myself. So I open the door, I hear someone being very loud, annoying, people saying, "Be quiet." I'm like, who is this person? So it's, of course, Armando. And he happened to be right across from my dorm. It wouldn't have mattered if he was somewhere else. I would have found him. And I have to go to my phone, otherwise I can run. So I'll be a little selfish here. I have the microphone and you guys don't. I've never had that many friends. So I was the best basketball player in Arizona when I was in high school. I went to Stanford, I was all conference, and I played professional basketball for 8 years. I say all that because a lot of people think that you can be popular if you are a good athlete and social. Like, I'm very social, I love people. But I didn't have that many close friends. So I've had some in and out, and I'm meeting Armando. I don't know if he's gonna be my friend. He's just a loud person, and I have no roommate. So first, I'll ask you guys, what is a friend? So it's easy for us to take someone in our lives, and you know everything's good, everything is fun, yeah, like tonight, right? But a friend is, and I have to read this because otherwise I'll lose it. Who's gonna be there when it's not convenient, when you're not having a good time? Who's gonna tell you the truth when you need to hear it, or when you think something's right and you're wrong? Who's gonna be there and tell you, no, you're an idiot, or no, you shouldn't do that? So everyone here knows Armando and Lynette, but Armando, for me, is the person that has always helped me to know, hey, you're being stupid here. What are you thinking? Why? But then when the good times are there, he's there too. So, also, my wife Alicia, can we clap for her? She's over there. She hates it. I've known her since 2004, so a year before I met Armando. And I'll read directly from here. Alicia takes priority in my life, and I've had to cut out people in my life if it conflicts with my relationship with her. Armando is not only approved by Alicia, she's like, yes, you could be his friend. I need her permission Armando can be my friend. And she may never be able to say this because she's very shy, and they're very close, but she may never be able to say this, but Armando, you are one of her favorite people on the planet. I'm emotional because this is about them. He was at my wedding too. Lynette would have been there if she was earlier. But there's no one more important to me than Alicia. So to know that someone is important to her, I have to care. There's nothing else. I have to care. Now, I was worried when Lynette moved in from Puerto Rico to America. Okay? My wife and I are used to him. His noise, Armando's loud, right? His smell. I say I'm not the cleanest person ever, so I say that because I can say he stinks. He says I stink. But Lynette would have to deal with him at the closest of times because, of course, I'm spending time with her. So Lynette was going to be closer to Armando than me. So I was worried for her. I was like, you're coming here to America, you're living, like what? Are you okay? There's so much I can say, but before they were ever official, I knew that she was still around, and I was confident in two things. One, Lynette is too strong and too special because she would have been gone already. Not because it's not her fault. Armando's, you have to be ready for Armando. So she's strong. But if you stay with Armando, you'll be changed. You cannot cut him from your life because he's not going to cut you out. Great job, Lynette, in taming him. And I was very emotional during the vows because I'm like, he is saying such sweet things about another woman. What? He's not just talking about himself and what he likes. He's saying real things about her. You guys were there. You heard his vows, right? He was talking to her I know he loves you, and still I hear the vows. I'm like, this is real. So good job, Lynette. However, again, and I've said this a few times, Armando is one of the most vulgar, ridiculous, obscene, and gross people on the planet. Thank you. I have too many stories. I was gonna say a story, but the quickest way I can say, because you're not here for me, you're here for them. The quickest way I can say is when I call Armando, I will get one of two responses. Hey man, what's up? That means he's in public or he's at work. But if I get, hey, what's up, my black? Hey, what's up, blackie? Hey, did you steal anything today? Who let you out of the prison? If I hear him say those things, I know he can be himself. But I know he is, and I say that because he is most comfortable when he's his wildest. Can we agree? When Armando is being wild and crazy, we know he's comfortable. Okay? And to those of us who have had the pleasure of being embarrassed by Armando, lucky us. That being said, I said some bad stuff. It's true, but not great words. Armando is the most genuine, loyal, caring, dedicated, and fun that any single person could be. There's people who can be fun, there's people who can be loyal. I don't know. I've traveled the world. I've lived in Europe, Asia, the Middle East, America, Latin America. There's people who can have those features. He has everything. We give each other a hard time, but we know it's an unbreakable friendship and bond. Armando, I love you like a brother. You're never going to be alone. And I cannot separate myself from you. I just can't. All the places I've been, I've always felt close to you. So to Armando and Lynette, to you, to family, and to God, I don't have a drink, but let's raise a drink. Amen to them, and thank you.
Ok, buenas noches a todos. Para aquellos que no me conocen, soy Camille y conozco a Miguel desde el 2006, así que van ya 18 años. No puedo ni poner, yo me fui old school, no tengo celular, lo puse en tarjetita, pero no puedo ni explicar en 5 minutos todas las experiencias que hemos vivido juntas a través de los años. Sí, quiero compartir con ustedes que cuando yo la conocí en la universidad, ella me pareció tan cool y yo de verdad quería ser su amiga y desde el momento que conectamos yo sabía que iba a ser una amistad increíble. Inet es súper, ella se preocupa mucho por la gente, ella está ahí al 100%. Y como decimos en Puerto Rico, en arroz y habichuela, ella es la voz de la razón. Nosotras, en mi partner in crime, muchas cosas. Una memoria que tengo cuando estábamos en la universidad, hubo un día que yo estaba bien enferma, éramos roommates, y ella trabajaba bien duro. Ella trabajaba en Champs, una tienda de tenis, right? Sneakers, y ella soltó todo y estuvo ahí para mí. Y es que yo he visto eso siempre, y esa es Lynette. Ella siempre está ahí para la gente, en las buenas y en las malas. Además de eso, luego entonces llega Armando. Y una cosa que yo he visto mucho es que es súper lindo ver lo que es Lynette cuando está con Armando. Y a pesar de que yo también conozco a Armando hace muchos años, no hemos compartido tantísimo, pero es que se ve, es muy lindo ver quién es Lynette con Armando. Y eso me llena de felicidad, es saber que ustedes están felices. Estoy súper feliz que yo veo que Armando te apoya, te deja ser como tú eres. Para mí eso es lo más importante, que una persona te deje ser como tú quieres ser. Yo quiero compartir porque pues Lynette y yo nos encanta la poesía y los poemas. Me lo robaste porque usaste Julia de Burgos. Así que hay un fragmento de un poeta que se llama Pablo Neruda, muchos lo conocen, ¿verdad? Y voy a leerlo brevemente. Y es para usted. Dice así: te amo sin saber cómo, ni cuándo, ni de dónde. Te amo directamente, sin problemas ni orgullos. Así te amo porque no sé amar de otra manera, sino así de este modo en que no soy ni eres. Cerca de que tu mano sobre mi pecho es mía, tan cerca que se cierran tus ojos con mi sueño. Armando y Linet, dos personas increíbles que hacen tremendo equipo, realmente, son un power couple. Que su matrimonio esté lleno de risas, de felicidad y de pequeños momentos, que no importa todo lo que ustedes tengan, siempre celebren los pequeños detalles. Así que todos levanten su bebida y vamos a brindar por Armando y Linet. Gracias.